Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Fleet Service Stations. I have CJ with me who's got an update as to what's going on because we've been kept here at the car park as I mentioned earlier. CJ, if you'd like to just let us know what's exactly happening right now.
My update is they stopped us originally apparently because there was a complaint made about maskless people who weren't social distancing within Fleet Service Station. We all know that's a crock of shit and they're systematically across the country trying to stop people getting to London. We have now been given the choice to either move on and go back to Dorset, to Bournemouth with no consequences whatsoever, or carry on the coach and face the Met when we get there. They will inform the Met officers that we are coming and we will then all be charged with breaches of COVID once we arrive.
Good.
So far the group have decided, I think, to carry on to London. So that's the update.
So that's the update. So what we're going to probably do is, well, we are getting on the coaches. We're going to basically go for it.
Yeah.
Go into London.
Yeah, I don't bloody care.
The police have already said they're going to radio ahead and let the Metropolitan Police know of our arrival. So they said it will be out of their hands here in terms of what's going to happen to us when we get to London. So really, we could get theoretically lifted as soon as we get off the coaches.
Basically, yeah, that's
Well,
basically.
they only have 45 cells.
Yeah, but they don't know where we are.
They don't know where we are, which is why we're
They'll
waiting on a
track the
message,
coaches
aren't we?
coming in. They'll track the coaches coming in. They
Yeah.
will track the coaches all the way.
What do? Do we give it the best shot? Get in there?
And if you want, but be warned, we will all.
Well, what do you think?
Huh?
What do you think we should be
Well,
doing?
I'm already fine for that.
Well, we're fighting for the cause, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, we've come this far, haven't we? So I
No
think
to intimidation.
No to intimidation.
no to intimidation. So what we're going to do is we're going to journey on.
Intimidation!
There we go. So what they tried was they did it with the police first. They kept us here because the police wanted to do so-called vehicle checks. The vehicle checks haven't happened, so what they've done is they've said that they will get marshals to do COVID checks, and what that means is they weren't going to come on board and do COVID tests on us because there would have been fisticuffs. But what they were going to do was ensure that we were keeping distance and all that sort of nonsense. wear face mask, etc., etc. Now the police officer who sat in the BMW behind me in that grey vehicle there over this shoulder, he has come out and explained to us that we have two choices. Either we get in our coaches and go back to Bournemouth, as CJ just said, or we go and run the risk of getting arrested on arrival in London because they're going to radio ahead and tell the Metropolitan Police of our intentions.
Sometimes doing the right thing is not.
No, I'm not following any orders at all. What I would like to say to you though is, as soon as you go into the, if you decide to go to London, as soon as you go out, I think you're going to hit the NPR cameras. We know your cameras, so have no issues.
There's no crime to go to London, is there?
There is if you're going to go out and be in a large gathering. If you are in that gathering, you're already in public transport. You're not in public transport. Yeah, it is. So deal with the
So we have to go. They want to go.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So if you get fined, there's no issue here.
That's our issue.
Yes, yes.
And you can't fine anybody for doing that. You can't fine anybody.
Well,
You cannot fine anybody for doing that. No, you can't.
If you breach the
You cannot fine anybody. How would you fine somebody if they were refusing to give their details?
You get arrested.
You could. What, for not giving your details? In this country, you would get arrested?
Yeah, section
No,
24.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because I can't serve you a summons. If I can't give you a
Absolutely not.
summons.
There's no crime committed.
This is the interesting thing. I'm giving you some advice.
I don't need the advice. I know. I follow the advice I know.
When you sit,
as a
have a conversation.
man of this country.
Look it up on
We
your
can
thing.
go. We can go.
Section 24 of the.
So basically, I'm not going to hang around there and listen into that conversation too much longer, but what's happening is, clearly there's a load of misinformation going on. The accusations of misinformation, of course, are aimed at us. We've got quite a few people on here that know exactly what they're talking about. They've read up on it, they've looked up the common law aspects of it, quoted Article 11 often enough now, and all that sort of stuff, but it seems to not interest them. It seems to me that they're even intent on just arresting you if you don't disclose your information, your ID, basically. So it seems like the intent is to go into London. I'm on board with it. We'll see what happens. We've taken certain precautionary measures that I won't mention now in case someone sees this before we get there, and we'll see what happens, but I will keep you updated, and we'll see. But there we go. So we have that gentleman there with the BMW there, and then if I go over here, there's a car in the background there as well. See the police car in the far corner of the car park there. So this is what we're dealing with here. Anyway, I don't want to over dramatise. We'll see how it goes, and I'll get back in touch with you later on. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.